Mark Bell's PowerCast, sponsored by thepowermagazine.com, HowMuchYouBench.net, and BSN, makers of NO Explode. Look for BSN products at bodybuilding.com. Alongside Silent Mike and Jim McD, here's your host, Mark Bell.
And we're live!
Okay,
live.
Hang on.
All right. Oh, that's a blue monster,
Now
though.
is Stone Cold here?
Open his monster.
Oh, my God.
Sounded like Stone Cold.
Jim, please zipper up your monster.
Now we're good.
Oh, man, the Stone Cold intro music's the best.
He's amazing.
He is a very entertaining guy.
We are sort of live here-ish. We are like going to be on, this will be on the air
36
sometime
hours.
in the future.
36 hours.
Yeah.
What's your crystal ball showing?
Wednesday. Actually, yeah, Wednesday at 12:01 a.m. That's 36
Mark
hours.
Bell's
That's
PowerCast
36
providing
hours.
yesterday's information tomorrow.
Wait, what?
What? Oh, wait. Is that what everybody does?
I'll bring my flux capacitor.
Those of you watching the YouTube version of this are probably wondering who we're sitting next to. This stealth young man over
It's
here.
not a fat Pee Wee Herman.
You
guys are dicks.
Is
I look fucking great.
Two-time world champion, Highland Games winner, Matt Vincent.
That's right.
Matt, where did you win your last Highland Games event? Where were you at?
And is this a special Olympics event?
It's close to be. It's not quite powerlifting where everyone gets a medal, but
Okay, let's not talk about Highland Games. Let's change the station. How's your butthole doing?
my butthole this trip has been. I ran into some
Subpar.
trouble. I ran into trouble in Pleasanton. Jesse fed me.
Of course you did. Oh, Burdick? Yeah, of course.
Jesse, I'm living this really clean
That's all
diet.
you had to
Yes,
say is
iron
Jesse
will.
Burdick.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you went to the Castro, and that was the real issue.
No. He took me and brought like 3 protein style In-N-Out doubles with chilies.
He's great at being fat. He's one of the best.
With chilies?
With chilies.
Oh, my God.
And when I got back to the hotel,
You were chili
slaughterhouse, total slaughterhouse.
Did you etch the porcelain in the bowl?
Oh yeah, just
Write your name?
just bad, like throwing pennies into a 5-gallon bucket.
Oh, my God.
Just lettuce and stuff still floating around, and
Yeah, how is that possible? Undigested lettuce
it's
pops up.
amazing.
All the time.
That's called fiber.
Next time that happens, please take a photo for us.
Oh, if you love shit photos, I am happy.
I get them all the time from John Anderson, whether I want them or not. And his have like hair on them or something. It looks
Oh,
weird.
God.
A furry turd.
They look
They
like
have faces
Chewbacca.
and personalities.
He looks like a dog that takes a shit on the lawn that piles up real high. You ever see those? The soft serve.
Oh God.
I love Froyo.
Okay, we're 3 minutes in. We've already covered poop. So
I don't think it's been covered enough.
We'll talk about that poop story later.
covered in
Yeah.
poop.
Poop story.
Covered in poop.
Everyone, please stay tuned. We'll hook them with that. you know?
That's what we do.
Yeah.
More poop to come.
Yeah. Now they have to listen.
More poop to come? Is that a ratio?
Yeah.
That sounds like a band right there.
Yeah.
More poop to come.
It's like the Kelly Starrett butt plug mobility tool.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
great for 2 people at the same time.
Oh my God.
At the same damn time.
How was that meeting
budgeting.
Mr. Kelly Starrett?
Man, that guy is he's a machine. He
He's
knows
so
more
excited,
information
Yeah,
than I can
anybody.
even begin to understand. I'm dumb.
Yeah, that's what you find out when you go to
I'm
meetings.
super stupid. And he's great. It's a great gym.
That's what you learn from him.
Yeah.
That you're fucking dumb.
Yeah, I'll never be as good as Kelly.
Learn how much you don't know.
Right. But I'm only looking for about 5% of the success Kelly
Did
has,
he
so that's easy.
work on you at all or show you different stretches and stuff like that?
Yeah, my left hip's been pretty beat up, and my left ankle's shit. So I think the problem with my hip is because the ankle doesn't move.
Right.
And so we definitely did some distraction stuff with bands, and then he smashed into me and made me really uncomfortable.
Yeah, you cried, I bet.
Yeah, he
hurts.
did some internal external rotation on my hip, and so out of a possible
bad.
like 135 degrees, I'm somewhere 6.
Yeah.
6 of them.
A lot of lifters are like that.
Yeah, so
Except for your brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Laura
Yeah.
has fake hips. He can turn his fucking foot around in a whole circle like an owl.
owls turn their hips.
Turn their feet around.
Their necks.
I don't get it. He has owl
owls don't-
vertebrae in his hip.
He's actually built like an owl, now that I think about it.
Holy
what
shit,
kind of name
you're
is
right.
Boar?
I got
Yeah.
called a fat owl.
The fat owl, Matt.
It made me get rid of my glasses. I can't see shit anymore now.
Oh, that's great.
That's not true.
You don't need to see.
I
There
love
ain't
sight.
nothing.
Even though you have a
There's
nice site around here, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. This is a great place.
Well,
We
And
were
then
talking
us.
about Kelly Starrett. Can you stick to the script, please?
The supple leopard, speaking of animals.
Yeah.
So what else went down at that gym? You do anything else?
Yeah, ended up shooting and talking to Diane Fu.
What you shooting? What you shooting? Ducks or something? What are you
Shooting
doing?
ducks. Actually putting together a Drifta Lifta web
The
series.
Drifta Lifta.
The Drifta
I like
Lifta.
it.
Yeah, the Tokyo Drifta Lifta.
That's it. Me and my buddy in the Prius, we hooked that e-brake up, and we slide into gyms all over the country.
Quad bam. That's so awesome.
Yeah, Vin Diesel, be a little cover shot.
Vin Diesel's involved.
He's not a tree.
Drifta Lifta.
He's in the back seat. No one can see him.
Okay.
He's the voice of the car,
Oh, that would be awesome.
right?
I would
see,
buy that car.
He's
I
the
know-
voice of the Prius.
Can I
I know
get a hey
you
now?
like all bad movies, but did you like Guardians of the Galaxy?
I have not seen it yet. I
love
haven't
it.
been home.
Great.
It looks awesome.
Oh, there's no movie theaters outside of New Orleans.
Oh, yeah, hey, that's how I'd like to spend 90 minutes of my life in Scotland is go see a movie.
Or do you
I
mean?
would. And Guinness.
Do you go
Guinness
with
in
the
a
wife?
movie.
Guinness in a movie,
You,
steak and a hand job.
Speaking of hand jobs, do you go to the movies with your wifey?
No, because I hate people for the most
You
part.
hate your wife?
No, I hate
Oh,
people. And the
oh.
movie is full of people.
Oh.
And so it's easier for me to.
Every movie has people in it, though.
Yeah, I'd rather
so
watch it at
The
home
movie
on my
theater.
couch.
You mean the theater?
Yeah, I prefer to watch movies at home and
Son
stay
of
in
a-
my cave of solitude.
Son of a bitch. So tell me more about this Drifta Lifta thing. What are you doing?
Yeah, so I've been really fortunate enough, I guess, between throwing and traveling for work that I've got to kind of know everyone around the country, and I want to start expanding on that and some of the food and drinks and great places you can do and kind of the things you should learn one-on-one if you get a chance to get outside of your little world
Right.
and go learn from those guys. Go train with them. Everyone is really welcoming, for one.
Right.
And go in, shut your mouth, and learn something.
Shut your pie hole.
Yeah, don't go in there and just don't have any ego about it. Just get in there and
Right.
lift and see what you can pick up and apply to your own stuff.
Those of you that don't know Matt Vincent, he no hetero. He does a great job of making the most of whatever's going on. He's somebody who's going to go and party it up a little bit, have a couple beers. He's going to make the most of each situation. So in going to Kelly Surratt and working with Diane Fu and coming here and working with Jesse Burdick, he really does a great job of absorbing all the information that's out there. And you've kind of taken that, and that's kind of your approach. I mean, the Highland Games stuff is a mixture
Right.
of a bunch of different things, and you're proficient at Olympic lifting. You've done strongman. You did powerlifting.
Yep.
You dominated all of those, and so now you move to Highland Games.
Yeah, Highland Games is definitely the best fit for the the skill set I've got as coming as a thrower from college, and it has really provided. I mean, 20 weeks a year I compete, and so I travel all over the country or world now.
How does that work? Do you have to pay for that, or
No, they it's a great sport.
who's they?
So there's no federation, which is the best part. So there's no one to deal with as far as that goes.
So is there a Starfleet, though? There's no federation?
I'm hoping
Okay.
it's more exactly like Scientology,
All right.
Wait, what?
Galactic Confederacy.
Okay.
Now I understand.
How
Figured
did,
that dialed it in.
so you
got it.
become a pro, and they
Right.
pay for,
Yeah.
they
So
pay
once
for
you're,
everybody's travel.
Do they pay for your whores?
they don't pay for whores. Those are you have a per diem.
That's
and so
horseshit.
you can choose to use your per diem however you want.
I think it's
I don't think you should talk about his brother that way, Mike.
Yeah, sorry.
That's,
So-
that's
you mean-
really naughty.
Yeah.
Yes. So each of the festivals, I mean, we're basically paid entertainment, and so we come
Right.
in and they fly us out and we help put on the show. So they have people come in for the weekend and watch us compete, and we there's prize money on the table, but for the most part, most of our weekends are paid travel and free hotel. We get stuck rooming together.
Do they cover everything, including like a rental car and stuff like that?
Some will also throw in a little bit of travel per diem, but most of the time we'll just bang like 3
Right.
or 4 dudes into a car.
Bang.
Just
That's a unique-
you spit on the door hinges and you just start shoving them in there like
Interesting
a
word.
clown
Interesting word.
wagon.
Don't let Jim in there with his monster.
Ew.
No, that white monster will ruin the whole vibe.
He's got a blue monster today. Look at that.
That's like blue balls.
They were out of white monsters.
banging Smurfs.
in My store.
Yeah.
So you're looking for cars with automatic transmission and the auto lube.
That's
right?
it, Auto Lube.
Wait, what?
Self-lubricating cars.
Oh
It's
my.
the best type of car.
Oh my god. So that's cool.
I stay hydrated.
They pay for you to move around a little bit, and then you also have some sponsors and stuff too, right?
I do. Currently, one I've been working with is a clothing company, Violent Gentlemen. I like their stuff, and so was lucky enough to kind of hook up through them. One of the
Does that have to do with Ray Rice at all?
not yet.
Oh, all right.
They're trying to expand.
He's next.
It's a hockey clothing company, and I really like their stuff, and so I wanted to get more of it, and I got in touch with the guys and got really lucky through one of the guys they're hooked up with is a power lifter, Larry Lurker out of SoCal. He knows.
Sounds like a fake name. I love it.
Larry?
Yeah, Larry Lurker.
I know Larry.
Yeah, we know
He
Larry.
did our meet.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
Lurker.
Yeah, and so
I know
they've
the
been
Lurks.
cool.
What's up, Lurks?
Supplement
Isn't that a
company has
guy?
been USP Labs has been with me for 5 years, and they've been great.
Well, how'd you meet Larry?
Instagram.
Oh,
It is.
creepy.
I love that name, Larry.
He found me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's his fault. He's a creep.
Oh, Larry.
Instagram is the match.com for men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the
Kinda.
hell?
I
Hey,
super love posting pictures of me for other dudes.
I know.
And by that, I mean that's what you do.
Hey now.
Everybody at this table has been tagged by you on Instagram.
That's
that
true. A lot.
sounds gross.
A lot.
I love it.
Don't
Every day.
poke me though. Facebook
I don't
got
know.
rid of the
Face.
poke.
They
Oh,
should
did
have.
they?
Yeah,
It
they got
hasn't
rid of
been
the
useful
poke.
for
You
like
can't
a
poke.
decade.
Awesome.
I didn't know
You
that.
can't poke anybody. I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
I don't either.
I don't really
Never
get it.
got me anywhere.
So tell us what Highland Games is.
So Highland Games is the traditional Scottish heavy athletics. It's been around for. I mean, some of the games in Scotland are like their 700th annual running of it.
That's like longer than humans been around. That's
Yes.
crazy.
That's
Dinosaurs. were doing
Columbus
that
shit. And so we throw a bunch of stuff. We throw the caber is probably the one that most people are familiar with the big telephone pole. Other than that, you've got some stones. We throw just like a shot put, some weights for distance, and some hammers. And then yesterday we actually threw the sheaf, which is a it's supposed to be like a hay bale.
Pitchfork?
Yeah, we throw
I
with a
love
pitchfork.
that.
I have a pitchfork in the fucking Prius.
That's awesome. I love the pitchfork
Yeah,
idea.
it's so
You have your
fun
own
to travel
pitchfork,
with. I
right?
have my own. Yeah. It's a horse with no name.
Did you have to fly with a pitchfork?
Yeah. Yeah.
How did that-
It's covered. I have the end of it covered up and then the shaft of it.
No,
So
don't
you carried it off.
have the shaft.
The shaft is wrapped tight.
Wow.
You protect your shaft whenever you're traveling.
So I just don't understand. How did that go? Bringing the fucking pitchfork through the airport.
You just go into the airport and
don't worry about this. They can just kill like
They will-
7 people at one time.
Well, you're not carrying it on.
Oh, okay.
So you just check it. But they're gonna ask like, "What's that?" And whatever they say it is that a hockey stick? Is that a lacrosse thing?
You just
say
say
yes.
Say yes.
Yeah, that ends the conversation.
Is it
You
a
can just
dildo?
Move
Just
on
make 'em
to
keep
the.
guessing. No.
Nope. It is earphones.
And then so you, how did the Highland Games go for you when you're in Scotland? I mean, we know that
Went
you
great.
won, but like, give
Went
us
great.
the rundown of the day.
So it was really, really tight competition over 2 days. It's been kind of me, another guy, Daniel McKim, and Scott
Is he the
Ryder.
former champion?
He is. He won last year. I won the year before, and then he won the year before that. So we've been kind
He
of
ain't shit now.
fine. Yeah, that's right. He's done.
Yeah, he's toast.
Showing him
crushed
who's
it.
back in champ. We really fought the whole weekend in Scotland. Came down to a half point going into the final event. So it was really, basically at that point it's a head-to-head.
Right.
And I ended up getting him by about 6 inches on the last throw.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
So,
buddy.
Pretty fucking cool.
That's what she
Got
said.
him by 6 inches.
6 inches has
That's
been
a-
make or break for me my entire life.
That's a huge victory.
When I lack in size, I make up for it in pure aggression.
Did he go first, or did you go after him and then beat him?
I actually got last throw. Was,
okay.
So the way it went, and
Ice water in those veins.
dude, he took his last throw. I was first throw. I moved up. I was in first place. He threw and bested me by about 8 inches, and then I right laid it on the table.
Is he
Fuck
white?
you, McKim.
Is he a white guy?
He is.
Wow.
No, he's not.
He's a giant human being.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
And
Big giant.
and then I
thumb
passed him
himself.
up by about a foot, and then last round for his third and final throw, he came just short of me.
What throw are you doing?
This was a heavyweight for distance, so it's a 56-pound weight we throw with one arm and spin around.
So like a rock or something?
It's like a big block on a chain.
Oh, that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the thing?
Isn't that a hammer?
No, it's a heavyweight for distance. Same thing we throw over the bar,
Right.
except it's a little bit longer, about 18
so
inches.
it's not like a hammer's longer.
What's up with
right?
you in inches
and
right now?
hammers.
What, you mean he's doing meters?
I don't know. You're in Scotland.
Everything's.
There's a magazine called The Inches. Do you
Guilds
read that
or
to get better at
cubics?
Highland Games?
How many steroids were involved with the making of those, or the throwing of those stones?
He's
None.
on so many steroids
None.
right now. Look at him.
Can't
I
wait.
can tell by that manly beard.
Yeah, it's coming in real thick. That's what I keep saying. All these guys, as soon as puberty kicks in, and these
Watch out,
chains
bitches.
start, I'm gonna be throwing real good.
I hit my prime at 42.
So no one really cares about your Highland Games story, but where did some of this competitive background come from?
Kind of grew up playing everything, and then not only
With yourself.
sports and football like any other kid in America does, and then having Andy in the house with me as well. So I
You had
think
Mark's wife the whole time.
Yes, we've known each other for years.
That is awesome. Thanks for breaking her in.
My brother, being around, was always quite, doing sports as well, and so
What's his problem? Why is he so fucking large?
he is very, very big.
He's an asshole.
I've always feel great looking at him. I'm like, you know what? Genetically, I did real well.
Remember, I was hooking you guys up with some Reebok shoes, and he takes his foot off. He's like, I don't think you have anything that will fit me. I look down at his foot. I was like,
No,
hey, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. His foot looks like a fucking 45-pound plate.
Yeah, he was fucking 15s.
Yeah, but
I would have cut toes off years ago just so I could buy shoes easier.
He probably gets shit on sale, though. You go to, like, Nordstrom's Rack or something, everything's size 16.
Yeah, but there's nothing good looking. You want Payless junk
So,
stuff.
like,
you ain't wearing that.
No.
No, you too fresh.
Too clean.
when you're watching the Highland Games, and a lot of times it's at like festivals of some
Yeah.
sort, it looks a bit casual.
Yeah,
but
totally.
You obviously got to be highly dedicated to it. And I know that you work out like in the garage by yourself. To me, like, I wouldn't be able to do that. I think that's pretty cool that you're able to do that. How did that come to be?
Is it because you're psycho?
It's
He's got no friends.
The training at home thing really came out of convenience for me. I travel a lot for work too, and so a lot of days the last thing that I wanted to do was also spend 20 minutes to commute somewhere to lift.
Right.
And Baton Rouge is kind of behind, and so when I started training at home,
They're a little slow down south. is
a
what you're trying to say.
little slow, like molasses. And there weren't any CrossFit gyms in town, so there really wasn't anywhere to go like lift. I mean, I trained with Gary Frank for a couple of years, but that was after I'd already started training at home.
Right.
And so I just started collecting equipment, and it just basically just ended up in the garage. And then now, because I'm never home or travel, I don't really have time to work on someone else's schedule.
Right. Oh, I see.
So it's a convenience of, well, if I've got 2 hours, I can go.
Right.
I can just go in the garage, get it done, and call it a
Does your
day.
wiener dog follow you?
Sometimes. Willie? Yeah, Willie's a
So
real
you and your
bitch.
wiener in the garage.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Him and his wiener.
She's the worst.
Really?
The worst dog.
On the planet.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I'm about to leave.
Hey! See, this is where you need the Stone Cold music.
My brother Christopher Borabell just walked in. Hopefully, we can ignore him.
Yeah.
But what the fuck was I saying?
The training at home stuff, it's actually, it's been good. Especially, I think I've learned a lot from it that, I don't have anyone else that I'm accountable to. There isn't anyone else who's going to just, call me on like, man, you're not training, you're not doing your shit. It's about me.
Right.
So if I fail, that's my fault.
Are you cranking some music up in the garage and stuff
Of course.
like
Yeah, what
Of
is
course.
it? What
a lot
are you
of
listening
Bowie,
to?
a lot of David Bowie,
Really?
a lot of Queen. It varies. Every Time I Die, Childish Gambino, Wiz Khalifa.
that? There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
we them boys. Dun, dun, dun. That's
Nailed
the
it.
jam.
You nailed it.
Yeah, I'm a backup singer.
I'm surprised Ms. Ava Rose didn't just come in and scoop you up
She's texting me.
right
That's why
away
I've
on
been
her
texting.
giant ass.
Other than the skin flute, you ever play any instruments or anything like that?
No, I was terrible at it.
Yeah,
So I
bad.
just hung on to a band by trying to tour manage for him instead.
Oh yeah.
So it's like best of both worlds.
I saw you
can-
got the tattoos. Right?
Yeah, I just helped
You're
collect
either into
money
music
from
or anal.
Yeah,
Or
both.
both. Okay, there you
Yeah,
go.
both. Hey, they didn't put nerve endings in there for nothing.
Wait, what?
What? Nerve endings in where? What the hell?
What the what?
The old poop shoot?
The old poop shoe.
So we touched on it a second ago, but Highland Games tested.
Yeah, I got tested twice while I was in Scotland.
Hair
in
follicle?
3 games. No hair follicle.
Oh, that's
One of
horseshit.
the-
Then you're on.
Yeah, one of the drug tests we take over there is the SGA. It's the same committee comes out to the games that does all of the like WADA testing.
Are these
and-
multiple choice?
I hope so.
Has a guy ever laughed at your wiener while he's watching you pee?
I stared him dead in the eyes.
Wait,
When you
I thought
fill
you were
out the
supposed to-
test, do you need a number 2 pencil?
I did it all with crayon.
Oh, there you go.
It's where I feel comfortable.
Probably why you passed.
Yeah. So
You're on steroids. Go ahead.
all of them, all of the steroids, and so I got tested twice. Big surprise that I got randomly picked while in Scotland. Since there's no American currently serving a ban for the Scottish Games, they were more than happy to come select me.
That's great.
Yeah.
Does anybody get fucking caught?
There was an American who got popped 2 years ago.
Really?
Over in Scotland, yeah.
What happened to him? Nobody knows.
Yeah, he wasn't able to compete in the Highland
Right,
Games
right.
in Scotland for 2 years, so
Okay.
really cut him down.
Right. Do you think a lot of the other competitors are clean, or you don't really care, or what's your mindset on it?
I personally couldn't give two shits. I don't think it makes that big of a difference in a sport where it's so technically based,
Right.
not like the rest of it.
What about Olympic lifting? That's pretty technical, and
Oh, sure it is.
we know a lot of guys that are on shit. Well, we don't know personally, but rumor has it all these people are on shit and they're hella good.
You know, I mean,
Russians.
honestly, I think for a guy like me who's technically already sound, the drugs would make a big difference.
Gotcha.
But unless you have that side of it, like, I mean, if you're an amateur coming into the games and you're like, oh, I'm going to get big and strong and throw far, it ain't going to fucking do anything.
Right. That makes sense.
So
you're saying you're about to get on shit and win every year now?
you know, we get tested a lot.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
I've been tested 4 times this season. And so
And
You get tested outside of competition too.
no.
Yeah, not that much
It's not
money
that
on the
fancy.
line.
We don't
right?
have a federation, so
Yeah.
who's showing up at my house?
I was actually just talking to the guys in the grid league, and they're going to be tested outside of competition.
Man, well, those guys are getting a salary. They
Yeah,
should.
they are.
I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
if that's the rules they want to play by, that's their business.
Do you think that's how it came to be in Highland Games? You think that's why they're testing?
Because there's some money involved.
I think that there's enough in the Highland Games that's still kind of blood from track and field. And
Oh,
track
okay.
and field is
Yeah.
really, really anti-drug.
Right.
And, I personally don't care about it, but like I've said before, I chose to be part of this sport, and if that's the rules they're going to lay out, then that's how the way I'll play.
Have you thought about it before? Or is it just
Of
something-
course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of course. I
yeah,
mean,
well, you did powerlifting and everything, right?
yeah,
So-
the years of powerlifting and strongman, I think with strongman I'd gotten, big and fat. I'd got up to about 320. I was really, really
Wow.
strong, and it was
That's
kind of
awesome.
that decision of I was going to try to make the push to try to get a pro card for strongman.
Right.
I mean, that was the next step. I had started research about what I wanted to take and all that, and
And was your brother already in strongman at that point?
he was doing strongman, yeah. And I'd kind of got to the point and figured out what I wanted, and then I didn't have any money, so that kept me from doing anything. And then I did a Highland Games and realized how much I liked it more than strongman,
Right.
and so it just never happened. And so kind of just so happens because of that, I'm lifetime drug free.
Yeah.
So
Because you're broke.
well, it was, things have gone well in the last handful of years.
Good.
That is good. So now you got all the money and drugs you could want.
That's right. All the hookers and blow.
That's awesome.
The fuck was I gonna say?
Probably something
idea.
useless.
And may all your shits be tapered.
And done.
And that's it.
I need a sign off. I decided.
Let's
Let's
ask
make one
you,
up. You can think of it and give it to me.
So what I was going to allude to about training by yourself, I get a lot of energy just seeing other people. Period. Seeing other
Sure.
people move around, other guys lifting. Someone does a heavy lift over here, gets you motivated to try the same thing or try to outlift them. Does that not just obviously doesn't bother you? I guess.
No, it doesn't bother me, and I've definitely gotten used
What
to it.
about
But
days when you feel like shit?
you just fucking go train. It's your job.
Right, you just do it.
Yeah, you just get in
Get
there
through
and
it.
do it. You
Right.
know, and the way my program is set up is, it's a lot of sub-maximal stuff, so I'm not going to get crushed by weight or have to dump a squat or.
If you weren't getting paid to travel and stuff, do you think that would change your mindset? Like you walk in the gym, you got that kind of head fog and cold and stuff. You think you'd be like, "Fuck it, man, I want to be the best," or you think you would sit a few of them out?
If I wasn't competing in a strength sport, my training would be totally different. I would
Right.
probably do way more bodybuilding type
Right.
stuff, and
Stuff that hurts
Wait,
a little
you
bit.
don't
less.
already?
I've never done anything over 5 reps in my life.
Oh.
No.
Oh my god.
And that would definitely make a big difference.
Right.
But now, especially with the way my season goes, I mean, shit, I'm accountable. And so I've
Right.
got a competition coming up this weekend. I've got one coming up next weekend. And if you don't get it done or go out to the field and go throw by yourself and try to figure out and make the adjustments that you need to your
Right.
throws,
We talk about that
You'll
all
fail.
the time. Regardless of money, is if you sign up for a competition, you're going to train harder.
Yeah.
Right.
For anything.
It gives it structure. Just
Right.
period. You do a lot of social media too. You're pretty religious about it right now.
Trying, yeah.
Does that help? Does that help motivate you too?
Yeah, it's a little bit of held accountability for sure. But I'll just stock up photos from when things are good. And,
Well, yeah.
There you go. Does your wife, like, is she aware of the numbers and stuff, or is she not? Is she not familiar with what you do? Like if you said, "Oh, I did a,"
she
200
couldn't
kilo,
care any
whatever.
I
less.
squatted 315 today, honey. Ah, fuck you, buddy.
She's like, yeah, that sounds great.
But you
Yeah.
just say you had a good workout, then she's like,
Yeah,
"That's
yeah,
cool."
she's happy that I competed well, but I mean, like, she doesn't know my PRs. Or
If you're
anything like
happy,
that.
she's
Yeah.
excited.
Exactly.
And that's about
She's just
Yeah.
taking care of your wiener at home.
Yeah, she's stoked to come home with these deep checks.
deep cheeks.
Deep checks.
Hashtag deep checks.
Deep cheeks too, baby. Don't forget about
Yeah.
those.
What happens when this one was competing back in the day?
Yeah.
Is that Andy would text me and it's like, well, how's he doing?
Just good.
Yeah, he's doing okay. All right,
perfect. Yeah, right. No reason to get too technical on it.
No.
I mean, my wife doesn't care about strength training. That's her thing.
Right.
You know, she likes she takes ballet. She does yoga.
Oh, really?
So
Cool.
she's got her own thing going on. The biggest thing for the two of us is she's never been
For
like an
Drifta
athlete
Lifta, I
per
think
se.
you have to go to ballet with her.
I have been.
There you go.
I'll do anything. I'll give it
How
all a
about
go.
those yoga pants, huh?
Man,
You'll do
they fit
anything?
great.
You'll do anything?
Anything.
I'd die to see that bulge in a pair of Lululemons.
Oh, it's really good. It's like a bad thumb.
I sent Mark a picture of me in Lululemons.
That was so hot.
Cool.
The store or no.
His
Yeah.
ass.
It's some ladies
was-
spandex.
Beautiful. It was,
They're twins, Lululemons.
wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their first name is Lulu.
Yeah.
See where I'm going?
Last name Lemon.
Yeah.
So how much? How much weight? How much weight have you lost?
About 25 pounds.
So, bitch.
Yeah, right?
Has that affected any of your lifting?
Yes. Strength dropped a little bit, but with throwing, I can kind of get away with it. Nothing we throw is terribly heavy.
Right.
But it definitely took me a good part of the season to get shit back under control as far as figuring out like leverage points and everything. You know, with a 56-pound weight, it's sure as hell a lot easier, closer to 300 pounds
Right.
than it being at
Are you
260.
faster, more explosive?
Definitely faster.
Can you dunk?
Probably.
Damn it.
Or I like layups. I like layups. I like to stay safe.
He's like 6'8".
You know about that.
I'll go to the free
It's
throw
so
line.
easy for him because he's like 6'8".
Yeah, very tall. Lean and tall. That's what they say.
So how did you drop the weight?
Working with Jesse Burdick, we basically cut out all the carbs from my diet since Christmas.
The bad carbs and the good carbs.
How did you feel about you were a 320 pounds? you
Yeah, as a
mentioned.
strong man, yeah.
So I know you didn't start there recently with
No.
the weight loss you just had, but from like a former fat guy standpoint, was
Right.
a low carb thing like a good choice for you? Was it something that was fairly easy to follow? Because like the meat and all the like dude stuff was still in there.
Yeah, I like the diet. I like being
Dude
able to
stuff?
eat,
Yeah.
just basically
Well,
eat
chicks don't
steaks
eat
every
like
day,
that. Chicks don't eat like that.
Yeah, my wife will often tell me,
I
she's
always
like, I
call
could
it-
probably be vegetarian. I'm like,
I
that
always-
sounds terrible.
Yeah.
I always call it the fat guy diet.
It's true.
Yeah.
Because it just seems like it's simple for a fat guy to follow.
Yeah, I mean, I can do the bulletproof coffee thing in the morning. You get calories that way from the fat, and then I
blow
can
it
do-
out.
Yeah, it's
Blow
the
your
best.
butthole out like there's no tomorrow.
Between that and Metamucil,
Holy shit! I mean,
You have Metamucil
I'm
for
rocking
breakfast?
the Casbah. No, I do Metamucil at night like an adult.
Oh. I just eat spinach.
It's not
And
as
popcorn.
good. It's not as good. If you're not drinking orange powder Metamucil,
Wait.
Metamucil, I need a Scally.
do you shit the?
Didn't we talk about this last time?
Yeah, I'm trying so hard.
Metamucil. Where are you guys at?
You can't contact anybody over there.
No, I'll just use I'll use the store brand until they hook me up.
Yeah, you and John Anderson could be the fucking spokesman for
It's the
Metamucil.
best stuff ever.
yeah.
That's the #1 supplement in the strength game.
Hey, what'd you have for dinner? Steak and Metamucil.
Well, you bread it.
fry it in coconut oil and Metamucil.
It's like an orange mandarin steak. It's nice.
Fuck you, Panda Express. I make orange chicken with Metamucil.
Yeah, and then you got to poop in the tub.
That's awesome.
It comes out like happy clouds.
Oh my god. So you dieted for about 6 months, lost
Yeah.
25 pounds.
Yeah, I had to refigure out like leverages and balance for throwing.
What's some of the
'cause
shit you did on the road to try to stay with it?
In and out.
Like the best thing, honestly, on the road for as much as that I'm in my truck, I have to have a bunch of meals that I'm gonna eat on
Right.
the road quick. Subway buffalo chicken salad.
There you go.
All spinach.
Beef jerky.
A lot of beef jerky.
I wanna-
Beef jerky is basically a weakness, like a weakness for me. I could eat Slim Jims all day, but those things are fucking
Yeah, Slim
terrible
Jims are a
for
little
you.
different.
Yeah, so I
Macho Man
switched
Randy
from that.
Savage loved them.
Hey, them Sam Squatches,
Yeah, amazing.
the Sasquatch ones, those are low carb. You can
Yeah.
get away with those.
That feels a little gay though. They made them really thick.
Well, then you get more meat.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
basically
I know,
the
I
idea.
know.
Borderline.
Yeah,
What
that's
about
the best?
What about that dried steak stuff that Costco sells? Have you had that?
I like all that stuff too. Most of the places
That
at
just
home,
stuff makes me shit.
Yeah, I just like Oberto, like some regular shit.
there's so much hunting that gets done like down in the south. So like most
Right.
gas stations or stuff you stop at will have like actual beef jerky.
Vampire jerky.
No, what are you
Oh,
talking about?
I thought there's
vampire
vampire
penis.
hunting going down in New Orleans. You don't
Never
watch
seen
movies?
one.
You don't
I
read
know.
the books?
I know about vamps.
Vampire hunting happens in New Orleans.
It's basically just like an Anne Rice novel all the time.
yeah,
all
in
the
New
time.
Orleans or Russia is where you find vampires.
true.
I never read a book.
I heard Milenichev is
A vampire?
He might be.
That's why he doesn't age.
Yeah, he very well might be.
Yeah,
How old is he?
106. A lot of people don't know.
No one's ever
That's a
seen him
young
in the
vampire.
daylight.
It's the
Yeah,
baby
right.
vampire.
Misha, he's only like 35 or something, right?
Yeah, he's 35.
That's so weird.
What were you guys doing? Like singing ukulele songs together?
Yeah, watching Misha play the accordion and guitar and anything
cows.
else. Does sung to cows for me. That was
Yeah.
nice. He's a really interesting guy.
Yeah, I bet.
That was a cool moment, man. That guy's been kind of an idol in strength sports for me. Basically
many
since
people,
forever.
yeah.
You know, to me, the three on the list is you've got Ed Cohn as a power lifter who's the best of all time. You have Zadrunas is the strongest human being that's ever walked the planet. And then Misha is the strongest strength athlete. Like, there's not a lot of dudes pulling 400 kilos for reps, 880
Right.
for reps, double overhand,
Yeah.
and snatching over 200 kilos. 440 snatch, it's fucking crazy. A
He do
250
it.
push
Yeah,
press.
he said he did it at 19 or something too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, like 19 years old.
That's
That was a fun interview talking to that guy, man.
Yeah, he's a beast. How tall is he? About 6'5"?
Like 6'3". I
Yeah.
think he told me 1.97 meters, which means nothing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 6'3", 6'4".
You a normal human.
Yeah, he doesn't like me.
He told you he doesn't like
Yeah, no, it's
But it's
kind of
because he hates
insulting.
himself.
Yeah, I love it.
In
I love
your
it. You
book,
gotta have the
talked
hate.
about hating yourself a little bit.
Yeah,
Elaborate
that's
on that a little bit with
that's
your
kind of the
training?
thing. Part of my stuff is the hate, and that's kind of what I use to be held accountable and all that. Talk about training by yourself in the garage.
Right.
Is I don't have to lean on anybody else to get it done. I'm going to be successful because I want to be successful.
Right.
I don't need any help. It's not going to be any bullshit excuses. It's going to be hot in the gym. So what? So go
Yeah,
fucking
right.
train.
You know it's gonna be hot.
Right. So big deal. I'm going to go train in my private gym at home. Poor
Right.
fucking me.
White guy problems.
Right. 21st century problems. Like, the Wi-Fi doesn't reach my garage great.
Yeah.
So the
I can't
voice
do this on
Yeah, this is
Instagram.
the worst.
Yeah.
So the voice in your head is you.
Absolutely. Yeah, the voice in my head is just never happy.
You have any coaches that helped instill that too? From when you're younger, guys that, scream
I'm
at you
sure.
and shit?
Yeah, I mean, being yelled at, and with football or any of that type of stuff for sure. And then, it really more developed as an adult and training. The more that I started training by myself, and that, doing some shit some days. Like, I do a high volume block where I do the German volume training for 10 weeks. I do 10
Right.
weeks of 10 by 10.
That's just awful.
I
And it's
read
by
that.
myself.
I read
that
that and I was like, how? Who?
Is that a million
How?
reps or something?
What?
Yeah,
You do 10
1
sets of
million
10.
reps.
Yeah, my math isn't good. but
10 sets of
that's a
10
lot.
on a bunch of different exercises?
Yeah, so my week breaks down during the high volume. It's a 4-day lift week. I'm not really throwing a whole lot. This is kind of the right start of my off season. So it's real restorative. The weights are real light. It's around 50%.
Right.
And it's 10 sets of 10. Day 1 will be squat. Day 2 will be bench. Day 3 is deadlift. And day 4 is push press.
Right.
And just,
No 10 sets of 10 curls.
I haven't done a lot of curls in my life, as you can tell.
Hey now.
Well, then, I guess we're not.
You guys are in a different realm.
We're doing different stuff over here.
a bit, yeah.
We did half an hour just arms yesterday.
So when you say that, yeah, we did.
Me and Mark, head to head.
So when you say that you hate yourself, is it kind of like you're getting in the middle of these, this quote unquote deep water, like John Anderson said?
It is.
And you're just like, you know what, man, I need to fucking punish myself as much as possible so I can be great, so I can do the things I can reach my goals, basically.
Right. It's exactly right. It's pay now.
It's not like you're gonna hang yourself.
No, not at all.
And it's not.
I mean,
it's not a self-esteem thing like that.
no, by no means. I don't think anyone's ever accused me of actual
low
self-loathing.
self-esteem.
Well, I think you put it best in your book.
All right.
No, I mean, you
He's
just,
like, what did I say in my book?
You went on a list of like, I hate this and I hate that and I hate mediocrity. And
Yeah.
that sung to me. And I fucking hate mediocrity.
It's that floating around and accepting, that, like, well, I'll just be average. Well, I don't want to really try too hard. Or
I don't
guys
wanna
that
get
you
too
see-
big.
Or guys that you see that pull that shit, that lift and train, but then, like, they're afraid to either step on a platform to compete or afraid to really push it because if they suck and then it looks like, well, he's really trying and
I
he
see that
sucks.
with a
It's
lot of-
better. It's better just to be like, well, I'm not really trying, so it's
Right.
okay
Yeah.
if I stand.
I see that with a lot of
Fuck that
kids.
too, man.
When I was coaching football, sadly I saw
Right.
a lot of kids. I'm like, it took me a while to encourage them enough just to have them, try a 275 squat,
Yeah.
or 315. Like, they just didn't want to try it because they didn't want to fail in front of their buddies.
I mean, in
like, dude,
a failure
just
thing,
die
who gives
trying,
a shit,
Right, yeah.
Get rich or die trying. Grot it.
We're all gonna run into hurdles here and there, and we're all gonna miss weights and shit.
Yep. Comes with territory.
But now that you're a seasoned lifter, you probably don't really miss weights often.
No, I have.
Especially training by yourself.
Yeah, training by myself, and the way my program is set, basically for athletes is, max lifts are a test.
Right.
And for me, sets of 5s and sets of 3s, that's where you're going to make your money. That's where you're going to get stronger.
What's wrong with 4s and 2s?
They don't ever work.
Oh, all right.
Impossible. Even number lifts aren't worth a shit. Everyone knows it.
You'll short out your
Three
whole
sets
workout.
of 11 never happened.
Has never been good. No reason to push it
it's
that
never been
hard.
done. No one's ever even tried it. Just bad luck.
Your bicep might just explode.
And just because it sounds like 311, the worst band of all time.
Yeah.
Is that they sing Amber?
Yeah, they're really good.
They're all right.
No, they're not.
They're okay.
They're terrible.
What? What about
Because they're
Sublime?
terrible.
What about Sublime?
Sublime's just fine.
Okay, what about did you see the movie Her?
I have not yet.
That
I really
shit
want
sucked. Everybody said it was good, and I just watched it, and that shit.
Yeah, but you like
blew.
Transformers.
No, I never saw it.
to. No, you're into fucking Michael Bay films, so I'm sure Her's not into you. Not
Let's-
your thing.
The best movie I've seen lately is Guardians of the Galaxy. I
heard it's great.
Behind that, Hunger Games. You don't like Hunger Games?
No, Hunger Games is entertaining.
Hunger Games is a great movie.
Yeah, I mean, Lord of the Flies was better.
I didn't see the movie.
Right, of course not. Why would you?
Because I don't know. I'm not
'Cause
from
you're
New
10.
Orleans. Yeah. Pretty much.
Was it Battle Royale? Isn't that the movie that Hunger Games rips off?
Battle Royale, yeah, that, and which
Planet
is
of
also
the
like
Apes.
Lord of the Flies, so the original kind of story. but
Planet of the Apes. That shit
Battle
was
Royale is fucking fantastic. It's on Netflix.
good.
You should watch
I
it.
don't have Netflix. I'm cheap.
You don't have $7 a
God.
month for Netflix?
No.
Oh, we need to talk.
Yeah.
We should talk to your boss.
Yeah. I'm cheap.
You can't get that dude a Netflix, Scully?
I'm just gonna watch.
I should.
I'm just gonna watch Netflix at his house.
Yeah, or just take his password.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh. Why don't
Oh.
you give me yours, Mr. Selfless?
I don't have one.
Mr. Selfless. Oh my God, you guys are ridiculous.
I don't get the hunger part.
games?
What's hungry in the Hunger Games?
You don't
The
wanna
way
die.
it works, because it's a dystopian society, and then they had a rebellion, and then the rebellion lost, and so the big part of the city with all the main people are going to punish everyone else.
For saying that movie is okay, you fucking.
I
loved
know everything about
You
it. If I'm
loved
going to talk shit on something,
it. I talk shit on everything I know zero about.
of course.
I don't have any idea.
Naysayer, and you're hating.
Nobody looks that hungry, though.
They're super hungry.
Yeah, what do they eat? You never see them eat.
Well,
They
they
just
don't tell
Potatoes.
them
It's
about
only carbs.
They're killing and sleeping.
Only carbs.
Maybe there's a-
well, no, those
we don't
guys are
know.
in the competition in the dome.
Welcome to Thunderdome.
Just because you
bitch.
don't see him eat doesn't mean that they don't. Like, you don't see him poop either, do you?
They probably don't. They're probably so nervous they're constipated.
I don't
Nobody
know.
ever
J Law got them nudes out.
If you,
Nobody ever went to the bathroom on Star Trek either, so you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
If you ever,
That's
if you
true.
poop in the woods and a tree doesn't see it, did it really happen?
Did you
Only-
poop on the tree or
How
in the
does that
tree?
go?
Do you think Star Trek has like a,
Pooping
like
out
a
of the
digital catheter type deal? Where
It
like
pisses through space.
Yeah,
That's digital piss.
disappears.
It's like an R. Kelly
Same
video.
with your poop.
That's digital.
Digital pee.
Digital pee.
That's a good fucking
disgusting.
rap name.
Digital pee. Digital pee?
Yeah.
It's like master pee.
What about Swaggy P? Do you know Swaggy P?
No, I don't.
No
You
one.
listen to really good rap.
No,
it sounds
Swaggy
like.
P's a
I don't know
basketball
what
player.
Things are getting
That's
gross.
a basketball guy's name.
But his name is Nick. Young.
Any second
Cannon.
now, these guys are gonna fuck.
His
Five,
name is Nick.
4, 3, 2.
Back to
I
the
told you,
script.
Jim. I told you, Jim.
Boom.
We're so excited to see each
What else
other.
is going on with Drifta Lifta? Are you going anywhere else, or is this your last stop, and you're gonna kind of
This
edit
is
stuff
the
together?
last stop. Yeah, man. We're gonna start editing. So I really think this. We saw Kelly and Jesse, and then film with Diane, and film with some of the CrossFit gals. Jay Gray at Jesse's gym worked with me on some muscle up stuff and some
Nice.
stuff I can do to. I want a strict muscle up at 270 is
Nice.
next goal, and or one of.
How much did you
stupid
weigh when I
goals.
first met you? Around 290 or something?
Probably,
Something like that?
yeah.
I remember. Yeah, I remember. I think I met you at the Arnold, right?
Yeah, I was probably 2 or 3 weeks away from stage prep.
I was like, this guy kicks everybody's ass on what sport?
Yeah, he's really good at something.
I'm like,
he looks
what?
terrible. Well, look, it's nice at the Arnold. You put on that fluff, and no one will stop you for autographs. That's what I'll go for.
That
You
works
just
out
slide
well.
around like the short fat kid.
Have you
Slide
seen
around.
that video that's running around right now with a guy going up the escalator and he's like doing a like air plank? I don't know what you call it. He's like got his hands on the sides and his body is out like Superman.
I have not.
Yeah, well, I'll just tag it on this because it's
Fair.
too awesome.
I love awesome stuff.
If you
Share-
can do that, you can do muscle ups all day long.
Share with us this gigantic poop story.
Of my buddies.
Yes.
All right. I'll leave his name out of it, but
No. Let's.
he'll never listen.
Yeah, good.
So one of the friends that I've got through
His
the Highland
friend.
Games, yeah, he's it could be my favorite poop story of all time. I've made him tell it 4 times this weekend,
That's awesome.
and I don't know if he's got an irritable bowel, but he definitely had a run there in his life that
Something's irritable.
that at some point, if the bubble gut started, like he was on the clock. Like, it's coming out.
I've
We're
been
not
there.
going to stiff leg it and Gumby it into the
That's
gym.
called getting struck by lightning or traveling through time.
Yeah, his
'Cause you
thunder
think you
zone is blowing
you think
out.
You got like 10 minutes to buy, and you don't. All of a sudden, you go, "Whoa!
Yeah.
I better find something quick."
So he's on his way back from his sister-in-law's wedding or brother-in-law's wedding, something like that. And so they're on their way home with his, at the time, girlfriend, who's now his wife, and he's wearing his stepfather's suit. And he said way too many beers and drinks the night before, a bunch of wine, and instead of giving himself some time that morning, they hit the car and started headed home.
Oh my.
So traffic gets stuck like on the M5, and either side of the road, like he's getting crampy and knows he's in trouble and starts
Story's
sweating
getting good.
and just tail lights and just comes to a dead stop, and like people are getting out of their cars, so no
Right.
one's moving.
Where is this again?
This is in the UK somewhere.
Okay.
I'm sure.
Undisclosed location.
Yeah, I don't know where the blast radius would lie if we tried to find the epicenter. But so either side of the road are like sheer cliffs.
Right.
And so there's no fence to jump over or bushes to hide in or anything. And he looks at his girlfriend and he's like, you got to go for a walk. I got to make a shit. This is going to happen. I'm in trouble. And decides that his best bet, and this lady's next to him staring at him kind of. So he's like, God, fuck off. And grabs this plastic bag, like a grocery bag, out of the back of the car.
Never shopping there again.
And decides like his best case scenario here is he's pulled down the suit and has now moved this plastic bag under his ass, and he's just gonna blow into it.
No
so-
chance. No chance.
So he lets loose. He said just the wettest, runniest.
Are you watching?
Hangover
Are you
shit.
watching, you sick fuck?
Oh no!
Oh, I thought maybe.
No,
you were
this
actually-
wasn't with me. This
Yeah,
was years
I
ago.
thought you were in the trunk watching.
This is
or
years
something.
ago. So he blows this shit, and he said, got 0% in the bag. The bag is fucking pristine.
Oh my God.
And so it is ricocheted
car's
off
been
the seats,
compromised.
like into his back, and then like all over the back of his legs. And so this is the driver's seat of his girlfriend's car in her dad's suit.
Yeah.
And he said like at some point like he just sat in it and was like I don't know what to fucking do.
Oh my God.
So like she starts walking back and he's like no get waving her off, and so like he starts like having to scoop it out of the seat with his hands and like flop it into the grocery
Why
bag.
did he use the plastic bag to scoop it out?
Because he's already covered in shit.
I'm not gonna.
He
scoop
was
my
born
hand.
in it.
Any idea how he got himself like cleaned up or anything?
Just got to the point that like he's trying to convince himself that he's like I think I can get all of it into the bag. I can get all of it. I can salvage this whole
Did
scenario.
they just like light the car on fire?
That's what I was confused. Just
cry.
burn it there and be like I don't know what happened.
Run it off the cliff.
Yeah, she comes back and like finally has to get in the car, and she's like, I can smell this from fucking 10 cars away.
Oh my
The blast radius is just awful.
That is.
And so like they have another hour to drive in this car, and she's just in the pad, just trying not to throw up the rest of the drive home. It just, what a nightmare.
People don't understand really
Hey, now.
that, like
She married him.
they're yeah, that's amazing. She has a fetish though, so now
It's
she
always
has-
so
a good
great,
girl.
like when you know how gross a guy is, but
Yeah.
then they're married. You're like, well, what does that say about her? Like, it's almost
That's
worse.
true. It is worse.
Yeah, 'cause
I don't understand why women are attracted to us at all.
Yeah, we're disgusting.
Terrible.
We're fucking gross.
It is a good thing that biology lets them know they want to reproduce.
Yes.
Otherwise, we are no good.
Well, those motorways too, the way that everything is set up, it's not like here where just right off the
No,
exit,
no.
there's a gas station or whatever. No, you have to go into town.
Yeah, right.
So that's how ours were supposed to be set up.
I am not good at driving over
He was
there.
shit out of luck.
Driving over there,
I drove the shit
Super
out of
tricky.
Ireland. I was awesome in Ireland.
do you know how hard it is to drive on the other side of the car in shit London with tiny roads with a stick shift in the left hand?
That's probably weird.
How am I supposed to tweet at all?
No,
I can't check anything.
yeah. Hamburger
trying
in
to
one hand.
slap stuff with an elbow.
Yeah,
No good.
I think I drove like 20 minutes in Dublin, and that was it.
Yeah, I
That's
caught a
the
couple
only city.
curbs.
Yeah.
Drove around that sweet Skoda Octavia. I love the different brands of cars they have over there.
I had a Nissan Qashqai.
Ah, you had a Nissan sellout.
Yeah.
Drifta.
Lifta. Slamming e-brakes.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got some good poop out of you. What else are you into other than just lifting stuff and
Reading
with
intellectual.
Food and drinks. I really like food and drinks. The problem with that is trying not to be a fat piece of shit.
So how do you mix that in? Just try to limit it, or
You know, at some time, the way I look at it is most of the meals right now for me during the week, like they're fuel.
right?
And so for those meals, I'm
Most of
going to
the time
stay
you're
strict.
good.
If I'm at home, I've got chicken breast cooked in the fridge.
Right.
I
Bag
can
of Doritos
Yes, I wrap my chicken breast in Doritos to.
on top of the Metamucil.
yeah.
If you can't see the carbs, they're not there.
I agree.
Yeah. And so
What was it called?
orange mandarin Metamucil,
No, wait.
hidden carbs.
No, it's
Trace?
No, he's got a name
Trace
for
Adkins?
it. John Anderson has a name for it. It's like
Deep water.
unintentionally digested carbohydrates. There we go.
God. Unintentional carbs. Yeah.
Yeah. Whoops! I didn't see that bag of Doritos in my way.
No,
It happens.
So most of the meals, I'd say probably 90% or better, I can really stay clean. If I've got to do work where I'm going to be with customers for lunch, most places I can find grilled fish or a steak
Right.
or something like that, and sit there and have some willpower and respect myself not to
think it's
eat
maybe
2
like,
pounds of chips on the table or the bread.
You think with all the travel and stuff, it's maybe like an 80-20 situation, like 80% of the time you're
Probably
good?
at best, yeah.
Yeah.
And but other times, if I'm on the road and I'm somewhere that's going to be awesome, like there's a fish taco place in San Francisco we shot at Underdogs near Golden Gate Park, and it's fucking great.
Well, just sometimes you got to just fucking enjoy yourself.
Yeah, you
And-
gotta
and
live
maybe-
too.
Maybe if you're, trying not to get fat or gain weight, maybe you just have a little bit less of what you like. You know?
Exactly.
But somebody, John Cena poured me a glass of wine when I went to eat with him the other day. I'm like,
What, are you going to not drink
Yeah, I'm
wine
gonna
with John
fucking- I'm
Cena?
gonna
That's
fucking drink
dumb.
that shit.
Same thing happened with me in The Rock.
That's the difference though. Like
you and Dewey?
Yeah.
So if you were to just drink wine every day, like eat pizza and pasta,
I like where this is going.
I could get a physique like this?
yes, that makes you a piece of shit.
Whoa, hey!
Basically,
Not a bad person. But a piece
right?
of shit.
Yeah. Especially if you're going to pretend that you care about yourself at all.
Right.
You just called 80% of America a piece of shit.
Well, that's kind of true.
Called all our listeners.
Fair.
You're all a bunch of
There
pieces
goes
of
all our
shit.
listeners.
Shutting it down one podcast at a time.
Yeah.
And then,
Going over to
so that
Barbell
makes you a
Stroke.
piece of shit. But if
Because
you're
of no
going to travel,
self-control, yes.
but also, like, say, if you're lucky enough to travel to somewhere great, San Francisco, who has great food, and I'm going to sit there and eat only chicken breast that I made myself,
Right.
that also makes me an asshole.
Exactly.
If I show up to dinner at a really nice restaurant in a great town with great people and
you pull
fucking
Tupperware out of your
ruin the
pocket.
experience.
Right. But maybe just some changes, just like, if you go somewhere that's real nice and they have a certain entree that just fucking kicks ass,
Yeah.
maybe you hold off on some of the appetizers or something,
Yeah. Exactly.
No bread before
Or-
and then no dessert.
Yeah, don't do dessert, and
Something,
then go to a Mexican restaurant. You can do fajitas.
Right.
Just skip the tortillas and sit there and don't eat the chips.
But if they're
Something,
homemade tortillas, you should probably eat it.
You should
Oh, yeah.
definitely eat them.
All right.
Something I've done for a long time is just try to avoid eating all that much during the day. Like if like nighttime, you're gonna drink and you're gonna eat like a motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
Go chicken and broccoli all day.
Yeah, just try to
exactly.
keep the
Have
calories
a protein
lower.
shake
Yeah.
That's simple enough. Most
Metamucil
people,
and protein.
Everybody should be able to do that.
Together. It's like one of those
That's
chocolate
gonna be
oranges.
like anorexia.
It's basically one of those chocolate oranges. When you mix it, it's like a delicacy.
Oh, it sounds good.
Oh,
Chocolate
right.
oranges.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know those
aren't even-
chocolate candies?
Yeah,
I don't think
chocolate,
those
yeah.
are good though.
You get one.
I don't really like them.
Terrible.
You like chocolate oranges?
No. I think that's gross.
Of course not.
Anything with chocolate on it's good.
He
But I don't
dunk.
like-
He can dunk. So
Okay.
But I don't like
Yeah.
people trying to throw health into my fatty foods.
No.
Yeah.
Well, they're not. I don't think there's a lot of
Like
real
even a
orange
mushroom
flavor
on
in
pizza, for some reason, I get upset about.
it. Just piss.
Don't slip in a vegetable.
You put more cheese, dicks.
Yeah, exactly.
Cheese dicks.
Yeah, cheese dick. I like that.
Mushrooms are fungus, though.
Yeah.
Fun guys.
not a bad-
That's us. Bunch of fun guys, right?
I don't want fungus on my pizza either.
Yeah, I got enough
Fun
fungus.
guys.
I love mushrooms.
You got that athlete foot.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah. Only on my Duncan side.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's the one he pushes off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
sweet
should see if you can
layups.
dunk a donut.
I know.
Layups for days.
I wish you guys were there.
It was so
What, to
bad.
ridicule
I could
you?
picture you losing your mind yelling at Sandy.
I was though. I swear I have it on video. I was like, throw the ball higher.
How many times do you think he went over there and threw
Yeah.
it to no one to show her how to do it?
Like this. Like
He
this.
kicked it down the street and said, "Go get that fucking ball." His poor
worst.
little Oriental girlfriend.
You try to do it in your power shoes.
You're lucky she didn't fucking karate chop you.
I couldn't go indoors. Indoors, like, wood
Here's the
floors
excuses.
aren't trampolines.
He's gonna go back and measure. It's 10-1. It's 10-1.
It's 8 foot with a dunk ball.
It's probably about 10 foot
About.
off cement, and I haven't jumped in like.
And it was
Here,
hot
You can
out.
just hear the power lifter in him. He was like, it was raw, but knee wraps, and
I
it
wonder
was
if
hot, and the barbell was
It
thicker.
felt light, but I missed it.
I walked it out, but not the whole way.
Yeah, it felt light.
Now you jumped when Ryan Moody was here though,
Yeah, what was that?
months ago.
And you're lighter now, and
That
you
was-
jump
that was
less.
last like December.
So let me get this right. You're
No.
lighter now, and you jump less.
No, like I was never Shaq. Like I was never banging out on every dunk.
You weren't ever a 7 foot black guy.
Cross-eyed motherfucker.
No shit.
Only between the legs.
He used to
big
be a
old
7-foot
cat.
black man, and somebody washed and dried him on
Right.
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the similarities stop at Reebok and or Schlong.
I don't even know what you would do with that. It just
Short.
looked like a tail, like a prehensile tail. I ran out of gas.
Yeah, like a fucking lemur.
Yeah.
Lemurs are great creatures, by the way. Do you like zoos?
I do like going
I'll
to the
take
zoo.
you to the zoo.
I like the zoo.
Take
go
it
to
to
the
the zoo. Retards love the zoo.
Well,
Remember that in Rocky?
Don't touch his ears.
they have like all-you-can-eat ice cream at our zoo for some reason. What
the fuck?
I don't know. What? I swear, like
It
one
entertains
day a
the
month.
animals.
One day a month or something. You
The
just
animals
go
are like,
and-
look at these
The
motherfuckers.
Sacramento Zoo is gay, though. It's weak.
You got
It's all right.
to text Ryan Spencer. He knows all about.
Yeah,
the
he's the one that
Sacramento
told me
Zoo.
about
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying.
He's your a zoophile? That's people who fuck animals.
No,
Zoophilia.
we don't.
How are we doing on time?
I thought that was called like a Furby or something.
51.
All right.
All right, we got another 8 hours to go.
Marathon podcast.
Good thing-
Hell yeah.
Best plan ever.
Good thing we're getting pizza delivered. We should
Favorite,
do a
favorite TV show.
of all time or recent or
Yeah, just whatever's
all
on
right.
your mind. Favorite.
Recent, BBC's got one, Luther, which is really, really good.
BBC, Big Black Cock.
It is, yeah.
I like that.
You're-
Luther, it's called.
You're way too like intellectual.
Yeah, what is
man.
that about?
What the
It's a
fuck?
crime drama.
Oh, okay.
With
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba is a detective. It's fucking great. He might be the new James Bond.
Well,
Hey,
Really?
I was trying out for that.
Yeah.
hey now.
Well, you didn't get it. I'm breaking it to you now. They
Coming to
told
my
me while I
office.
was over in London, and now you know.
He's like silent
Yeah.
Mike.
Sound Mike, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
My understanding about Luther is that you don't want to watch the first episode because it sucks, and every episode after that is awesome.
I don't agree. I thought it was great the whole way through.
I watched the first one and I couldn't keep
No
going. but
series
I've
is great all
been
the way
told
through.
That
I thought it was really, really good.
That's
I
true.
like
No
him a
series
lot,
straight
so
all the way
I
through.
thought I would get it. But
Except for Seinfeld.
I'm watching The Walking Dead, but I'm almost just watching it because I started watching it. I don't really like it anymore.
Yeah, it's getting weird.
Well, it's
It has some good
it's a
episodes,
fucking
though.
bummer because the situation's bleak.
Did you get caught up in Lost ever?
I have never seen an episode.
Oh,
of it.
you're lucky.
Yeah.
Some of the episodes are great,
Yeah.
and in the beginning it started out so strong, it was so good.
Well, yeah.
and then
first
it
season.
just sucked.
And I don't believe for a second
It
that
sucked.
the claim that they had the whole thing written.
no,
Right.
there's no way.
No,
No,
they
they-
basically came in a lot of days and just took a big handful of
No,
shit
they were like-
ideas and
they're like, we
fucking
don't have-
slung them at the wall.
Yeah.
Just like Battlestar Galactica.
I thought you said
The
you
new
didn't talk
Battlestar
shit on things you
Galactica.
didn't know.
I mean,
I loved
they never
it.
explained most of the plot points. I know that.
Well, they
Right.
just
Yeah.
made it up later.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Well, they
thanks.
did,
But
they
I
did-
saw it.
in one episode. In one episode, this sums it up. The show itself was lost. In one episode, they brought people on. They got bit by a spider and died in the same episode.
Great. They
This episode's going to confuse everybody.
yeah, those were first namers, and the
Oh,
spider never ever made another appearance or reference.
Yeah, it was the only spider on the island.
It morphed into a polar bear.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. I watched that.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good, right?
That's entertaining.
Your boy's on there.
Yeah, Hafthor.
Yeah.
He's gonna be at the competition with me at Loon Mountain in 3 weeks.
Is he normally just a strongman competitor?
Yeah, that's all he does.
Why
He's
is he
not
so-
gonna throw the events with us. He's gonna come do weight over bar
Okay.
because probably break the world record.
Why is he so
Nice.
jacked?
He is a giant man.
He's starting to get jacked though. Like,
How far do you think
starting
you
to
can
get
throw
jacked.
a,
That dude's jacked. He's
I know.
400 pounds with abs.
I know that's what I'm saying. A lot of guys are soft up there.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, he's amazing. Can you
He's
get him in
been
here?
working with Zadrunas, and Zadrunas
is
is looking
shredded.
jacked again.
Yeah.
He's losing some weight.
Yeah.
He's huge, though. I mean, he's got the belly, but he's
Yeah.
the Jonas Savickas is fucking
Yeah,
enormous.
He's still 350 or almost
Yeah, he's
400
a-
pounds.
He's a block. What about favorite movie? Just kind of just say recent, right? Don't want to get you caught up in all times too
That'd
hard.
be tough.
Yeah, all times not too hard.
Favorite movie this year?
Or last 2 years?
The movie I can watch the most is definitely like The Life Aquatic. Is a Wes
Really?
Anderson film. Fucking love it. I love Bill Murray's character. He's a complete asshole.
I've never seen it. What is
It's pretty good.
It's great. He's basically playing like a Jacques Cousteau type character.
Okay.
And has this boat and like oceanography, but no one really likes him anymore and thinks most of his stuff's like made up and bullshit, but it's not. And it's little moments with that character that, I mean, he's a world-renowned like oceanographer, films these documentaries, and at some point during the film, his wife leaves and he says, "You can't leave. Who's going to tell us the name of all the fishes?" And the fact that he fucking says fishes. Like, it's a fucking great character.
That's great.
That one's really good. That's I like a lot, almost all of Wes Anderson's stuff. Outside of that,
Rushmore, is that what's
Rushmore's great. Yeah, Grand Budapest Hotel was recent.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it was
That
good.
was funny.
Cool. It's a little different, but it was good.
Yeah, I can't think of what action movie I saw recently, but I watch a lot of stuff on planes, and anything I watch on plane has so much more of a leeway to me to be good.
Yeah, true.
Because it's
you're
better than being on a fucking plane.
Yeah.
It's so boring, and then also too, you can actually focus a little bit better.
I watched Rise of the 300 coming back from Scotland. That was fucking awful.
Yeah, even
Just
the
like
plane
the
was
first awful.
Did you like the first one?
Yeah, the first one was good,
Not bad,
but I'd been a fan of the comic for a long time. I liked Frank Miller's stuff, and
You're
so
just way too hipster for me. Like
I'm a fucking nerd.
yeah, I'm a poser.
No, I'm not even a nerd because
You're
nerds
into
sit
it.
at home with play World of Warcraft. I've never done that.
Do you like video games?
I do like
No,
video.
We're about to go play Madden with Boar.
What?
How about favorite book? I won't have any idea what you're talking about, but just let's say it.
Neither were all listeners. They're all meatheads too.
That's
but
true.
Well, nerds, it's not what you're into, it's how you're into it. So
Yeah, and I'm not
Yeah, you're a
totally
fucking nerd.
There's some shit that I'm really movies are definitely my favorite. Like film is my favorite form.
Right.
Book-wise, The Sisters Brothers I read relatively recently and it was good. It's kind of
Never
a
heard of
Western
it.
type thing, right? I've been starting to try to read like old classic stuff that they forced you to read in school that I didn't appreciate then, but now I like.
The Giver.
Nope.
Oh, I had to read
forget
that
it.
in school.
That was like a week ago.
No, yeah, and I saw the movie instead.
How much you bench?
How much I bench?
How much you bench? How much can you bench now?
I could probably hit 405.
There you go.
Even with your bummy shoulder.
Nope.
Oh, all right. So
I
you're
could
lying.
probably do a push-up
Okay,
right
you're
now.
lying.
Is your shoulder hurt from your last?
I don't know if I
fucked
did
up,
something yesterday. I definitely aggravated a tricep training at Kelly's gym because somebody in there did a legless rope climb, and so
Right.
I did it too because I'm an asshole.
you did it
Did his fat assistant do it?
No.
Oh, his fat. Remember, his fat assistant did a legless rope climb. He
Yeah.
just went right up there. He was so fat. I was like, what the fuck?
So I did it, and then I also did it on the way down,
Fat guy with a beard.
legless, and the guy was like, "Why did you do it on the way down?" I was like, "Honestly, I panicked. I panicked when I was up there, and I didn't know what else to do.
That's great.
I got shitty ankles and a knee. If I'd have fallen, That'd be in it. You just had to bury me."
What about best squat? Like
685.
Raw. Okay.
Yeah, 685 raw.
Best. That's what knee wraps probably.
Knee sleeves.
Oh.
Yeah, knee sleeves and a belt.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
And was
I mean,
that-
they're like the heavy EFS sleeves, so they're.
Right. I got you. But were you heavier then, or was that like
Yeah, I was 290.
Okay.
290, probably pushing 295.
best deadlift?
675?
Nice.
Yeah.
And then what's your clean and your snatch?
I've cleaned 400. I've push pressed 419. And snatch is around probably 308 right now.
It's got some pretty goddamn good iron cred.
Yeah, you're looking to do a weightlifting meet this year, yeah?
Yeah.
Last we chatted, but
Yeah,
you're
I'm really
ADD.
hoping October 5th, the CrossFit gym I train at home, Red Stick CrossFit, is going to host one.
Oh, cool.
And I'll get in and do that.
That sounds awesome.
See if I can't screw
Qualify.
around and accidentally qualify for the American Open and then make the decision, most likely, to not go to it. It's a really tough pill to swallow right now, as much as I travel to be like, you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to come out of my own pocket to go to D.C. and do 3
I'll come in your
lifts.
pocket if you want.
Ooh.
I got a question for you.
Salted.
I've been confused on this for years, and I don't know why I'm bringing it up to you, but I just figured that maybe you would be able to answer.
I probably do. If not, I'll lie to you.
When someone's on the wagon, like I don't understand the difference between on the wagon and off the wagon. I hear people like
Yeah.
they'll say like, "I'm done drinking beer. I'm on the wagon," or I'm going. I went off the wagon, or I don't know what's going on. Do you?
Where's the wagon?
The wagon theoretically follows the straight and narrow.
Ah,
And so
So no one's on the wagon but like Jesus Christ and Buddha or something.
And all the straight.
Well, we don't do anything straight here at Super Training, first of all.
That's what I'm
I know
saying.
that.
All the gays are off the wagon. All the alcoholics are off the wagon.
I'd rather hang out with the people partying.
So
The
you're-
wagon sounds terrible.
you're
to
off
me.
the wagon.
Yeah. I live off the wagon.
All right. So when you're on the
straight
wagon,
off
you're
the
mad.
wagon.
Straight off the wagon.
Are you far away from the wagon?
Can you see it?
I've heard of the wagon.
How do you know this? How do you know this information?
I just fucking made it up.
Oh, awesome.
I thought you had a dream or something.
But
I have a dream.
kicking some
Kendrick
wisdom.
Lamar.
you
like
can't
Kendrick
start
Lamar?
out on
Yeah, I
the
love
wagon.
Kendrick Lamar. It's so good,
You
dude.
can't start out on it?
You can't start out on the wagon. According to the Urban Dictionary, you have to have been off the wagon before you can get on the wagon.
So it's like an invite-only type thing.
I'm so confused.
Do they have to direct message you?
Maybe.
Did they poke me?
Hopefully. Only if you're
how
off the
jacked
wagon.
he
though.
is.
Yeah, you can't get poked on the wagon.
Handsome,
Exactly.
isn't
Does he have compression on under that? What is he doing? Running a marathon?
he? So you have to be off
the
it
muscles
first,
warm.
but how do you get off of it? Like if you were never on it?
You just jump or slide?
Yeah, I
If
think
you were
you
never
fall.
on the wagon, then you're not on the wagon.
No, you fall off the wagon. You can't step off of it.
Yeah.
Everyone said I fell
No,
off
that's
the
bullshit. You can definitely choose to get
then-
off of a wagon.
Wagon. But you fall. It's like a suicide mission.
But didn't you say you start out off of it, or there's no wagon?
There's no wagon until you're fucking drunk. There's no being on the
Could you
wagon.
could you
okay.
sketch the wagon on a
So-
skateboard? That's Tony
So
Hawk.
wait a
movie.
second.
Only if you're drinking.
How
though.
good is
So
Tony
wait a
Hawk
second.
the
So
video
if you're
best.
drunk, then you're on the wagon.
No.
No.
No, you'd be off.
You have the potential to be on the wagon.
If you're a drunk and then you stop drinking,
Yeah,
then you're on the wagon.
on the wagon.
Oh, okay.
I only hear
I
about
see.
the wagon with food from fat people and alcohol from drunk people.
Well,
That's
They're
the
very
only
similar.
That's the only time you hear about
They're
the
both
wagon.
delicious.
In the Urban Dictionary,
He's the
it
king
only
of off the
refers
wagon.
to
Yeah, I live.
alcohol.
Alcohol, yeah. The fat guys are stretching. It's just alcohol.
Yeah, I like
There's
to.
no fat guys on the wagon.
I like to enjoy myself on the weekend. Have a couple
So
delicious
you would be
beers.
on the wagon with what kind of beer?
Yeah, what's your favorite beer?
You would just hop on it, even though you're not supposed
Hops.
to be
He said hops.
I've been drinking a lot of craft beer and the IPA stuff right now. This kind of when it's hot, I like it. A little fruitier, has some better stuff going
The
on.
West Coast IPAs, the
Yeah,
hot
West
beer
Coast
stuff.
IPAs are
on it. You ever
awesome.
mess with making your own beer? I know.
I
Jim
did.
done a little bit of that.
I brewed a couple. I brewed an IPA that turned out really, really good. Actually, my beer fridge in the garage, I set up for a keg.
Beer fridge.
Yeah.
You're
See,
not
I
an
need-
alcoholic.
Your face.
I need to do that because I've got a programmable thermostat for the fermenting process.
That is
that I
fancier.
have not used.
You should put your beer fridge on the wagon and put it in the back.
I like that a lot.
So I know what we haven't talked about. We haven't talked about your book.
Yeah, the new book, Strength
We did a
Lab,
little
is
bit.
out.
I tried.
I have
tried
a
to
couple
stay on.
copies for you guys.
Hey now.
Can I get an
Thank you.
autograph?
Oh, dude, I'd sign the hell out of it. I got fancy pins while I was in London.
From Thor, not you.
That's something I'm nerded about.
What's the motivation for writing this book? I know you've written a bunch of them, but
So the first book I wrote, Training Lab, really laid out how an athlete should approach training for the Highland Games. You write what you know.
right.
And so since then, I did a book on all
And you realize
throwing.
nobody cares.
Right. And so this book is for like all strength athletes. And so it's a block periodization using sub-maximal training. The goal that I have for people is keep putting in the work. You'll keep getting stronger consistently.
Right.
Don't do stupid shit that's going to risk getting hurt. Getting hurt puts you back way further than just taking 10 pounds off the bar and hit 2 more reps.
Right.
Unless you're
True.
going to be a guy who's going to get on the platform and the total matters.
Yeah.
Why
Right.
fucking get hurt in the gym?
Slow and steady wins the race. No one wants to do it, but
Right.
But you
I mean,
got to
that's-
build slowly.
Yeah, exactly.
You
So
can't,
that's
you can't go
really
outside
the
box
basis
too
of the
much.
training, and it's a block periodization. I go back and forth from a strength 5-week program or a strength 10-week program, whichever one works better for your competition or whatever you want to do. And then the other is a speed and power where it's more like 12 sets of 3 with a short break at nothing really over 75-80%. Move the bar quick.
Not
that
be
first
fat.
block, just as we were talking about before, it will separate the men from the boys, though.
Well, the way I look at it, for the German volume training, I keep it really light. Like nothing gets really
Right.
over 50% for that 10 weeks.
Right.
Doing anything
maybe
for 10
maybe
sucks.
60%. It super sucks.
It sucks no matter the weight.
However,
you,
if you're a guy who's not comfortable squatting or not really used to these movements,
There's-
after 10 weeks and you've done 1,000 reps,
Yeah.
you've figured out how to squat.
Right.
So good at math. That's hot.
I love zero math.
That was pretty hot.
Look at
right
these
there.
two. They're nerding about at cameras.
Oh my God.
Camera boner.
It's camera
so-
week here at Super Training.
Let me ask you this question. We started out asking about your butthole. How's your butthole now?
It is swampy.
I was going to say my job is done here, but
Yeah.
I guess I have more work to do.
Have you ever had gamey balls? Gamey.
Yes, that is.
Okay.
Dude, for the Highland Games, especially this week, it's hot as shit in Pleasanton.
The gaming is basically
and moist.
It's like
No,
when you
it's
sweat.
not moist.
Was it moist?
No, there's no humidity in California. You guys,
Moist balls.
And so there's no reason that the temperature should be so drastically different from San Francisco to 30 miles away in Pleasanton.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it's terrible.
It'll drop 50 degrees from here to San Francisco.
Yeah, Pleasanton may be the sunniest place on earth.
Yeah.
And it's just relentless
Well,
out
it's right
there.
next to Sunnyvale.
That isn't a desert.
Trailer Park.
Sunnyvale.
Sunnyvale Trailer Park.
No, I don't think so. I think it's
That's
a
where
city.
Trailer Park Boys is filmed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's a great series.
I've never seen that either.
Canadian.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I'm American.
Prove it.
I'm Argentinian.
Yeah. So,
Melting
like
pot.
2 days out in that sun, and we do 5 events a day for both those days, and so you're active
Your
and
nuts
sit,
got a little. Yeah.
active.
Where'd
and
your
sit.
tan
That's
go?
gamey balls. Yeah.
Spandex gets rough.
Like when you go to
just
take a pee
burn
and you get a whiff of everything.
You
You're
just
like,
burn it
"Oh,
at the end of the
I'm
day, man.
toast."
Yeah,
I'm toast right now.
it's no good down there.
Oh my god.
It just smells like burnt hair and dog shit.
I like that. I like that.
No, it's strangely enough, that's actually the cologne I'm trying to get pushed out with the new book.
Burn hair and dog shit.
Drifta
Yeah,
Lifta.
yeah, burnt hair and dog shit cologne.
I worked
I
hard.
like it.
Yeah. That way, in case you don't work hard in the gym, you go in there, couple sprays of that, maybe get a sweat going. You walk back in, you're like, fucking worked hard, mom.
Yeah, bitches love that.
The bitches love it.
Iron
Especially
Crunch
Bob.
and bottle.
Cream dream.
Oh my god. All right, let's wrap this motherfucker up.
Are we going
Wrapping
to
it
McConey's
up.
or something?
There's mattvincent.com, right?
MattVincent.net.
.net. He went with .net. Copying me.
That's what I did. I said, what Mark Bell does, I'm going to fucking
He
do.
went to the .net.
I'm trying to invent a product.
There you go.
I've been adding bungee cords and all types of shit to my slinger, trying to figure out where else I can put it.
Keep doing
I ain't
it.
got it yet. You just wait, man.
Keep doing it, buddy.
It keeps just turning into a squat suit.
That was my problem, was trying to figure out something for
Yeah.
the lower body. So,
Like, oh, it exists already.
yeah. Son of a bitch. Any fucking way. It was great having Matt Vincent on board here. It's great to see that he's less fat than before.
Less fat.
There's no double chin. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and
The
gentlemen.
goal is to continue to be less fatter this offseason, try to lose a little bit more weight, and then turn it back around a little bit for hopefully Arnold competition time.
All you people listening out there, you should start working on being less fucking fat too. Let's be honest.
No excuse. No excuse. Fat doesn't lift weights.
It kind of does.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't contract.
Son of a bitch.
That's how David Wells pitched forever without getting hurt. You can't hurt fat.
It leverages, though.
You can't hurt fat?
Can't pull fat.
It does leverage.
That's
Look at Babe
interesting.
Ruth.
Yeah.
True. That
Hey.
is yeah, but he
Hey, hot
smoked
dogs.
cigars and banged hookers.
That's true.
Living the dream.
All right,
Dead
well, that's
now.
it for today's podcast. Have anything else to say?
You can find me at Silent Mike with 2 Ks on Instagram.
I'm at Matzo Explosion, and
That's an inside joke that no one will get, but follow him anyway.
they should. It's Metalocalypse on Adult Swim.
Okay, all you 12-year-olds will get it, and then follow
Face
him.
is 12.
I'm at Mark Smillybell on Instagram and the Twitters. Multiply your hustle, multiply your muscle, and may all your shits be tapered.
I need a sign-off. Fuck, let me think of one.
While you're
Shooting
How about,
layups.
how about I'm Silent Mike and I'm not gay?
I'm the hardest dunking layupper on the planet.
Silent Mike laying up all Mark Bell's jokes. Best assist man in the game.
Sandy, how come you don't know how to do an alley-oop? It's simple. I don't fucking understand. If you would put the ball in the right spot, I would fucking dunk it. I would look like fucking Allen Iverson right now, but you're fucking me up. It's unacceptable, Sandy.
Exactly.
Or Allen Iverson.
Poor
Well,
Sandy.
yeah, something bad happened to that dude. Is he broke?
Yeah, I think he went bankrupt. I think he was
It's a
gambling.
good
and
move.
shit.
He's got a lot of money coming from Reebok when he's older, though.
Yeah, they're bringing out all his shoes again. And he's
Smart.
doing stuff with them. You know who's doing stuff with them? Speaking of basketball, Dominique Wilkins. That's pretty
Yeah.
sick.
I think they should bring back Matumbo.
Let's talk
Who
about
fucking has
Sandy,
the finger
though.
wag?
I told Sandy she should just fucking dump you.
That's
She
smart.
told me. She told
because
me
he can't dunk.
Yeah.
She should dunk him.
She shouldn't be treated like that.
I was watching a movie. What was I watching? Oh, Gladiator. So good.
For the 700th time wearing
So
no clothes.
good. Yeah, I was watching Gladiator. They're so good.
You ever
And then
watch Gladiator movies?
How much do you fill up with blood when he's like, are you entertained?
you don't like Gladiator.
No, that's great.
You know what I was going to talk about that? We can continue this podcast. How now being in like the fitness industry per se and like hanging out with Mark and all these meatheads, my idea of jacked has gone down the drain. Like I thought fucking Gladiator was jacked and now he's pudgy.
I never thought that.
Oh.
There's a lot of levels, but you were probably like 7.
Yeah, he's no Leonidas from the 300, though.
Yeah, but that's
And that
like
guy is-
photoshopped.
He got pretty jacked for
I
that
can
role.
look pretty good with Photoshop too.
Prove it.
Photoshop me.
All right.
Get
done.
your expensive cameraman to do it.
Yeah, where is he?
Brock Gomez?
Yeah, he's over
cruising
there
around over
touching
there.
Boar.
Brock Gomez.
Brock Gomez and Boar. We have a
Hashtag
dangerous
biggest name ever.
They're touching each other's cameras.
Oh,
Brock.
they're just
Across the
stroking
Where the fuck
lenses.
did you find Brock Gomez?
He's a buddy of mine I've known for about 10 years.
Does he have
He's
a taco truck or something?
He doesn't. He's a wedding videographer,
And he's tired.
That's what
of-
pays the
sick and
bills.
tired.
and he's done BMX videos for a long time.
So you hired him for the
Bike
Drifta
shop.
Lifta.
Am I right? It all comes around.
Oh yeah, Matt Vincent in a previous episode mentioned starting a bike shop.
That's how I know Brock.
Oh,
How do you know me?
I don't know.
I don't know any of us
Because I'm.
The
fat
two
and
worlds just enough gravity at some point when we were fat that
you just like walked into our.
eventually just
just
pulled
slam
together.
bellies together.
You just walked into our Arnold booth.
Do you know how
with
many
the
views
parka
we
on.
could get of slamming bellies?
You gonna? That's true.
Dude, you should see the bears at the Highland Games.
Oh, I love it.
They come out and they just creep and snap photos of us. They
Why
don't-
can't they just ask for a photo? That's what I don't get.
I immediately walk up and start talking to them because they're
Yeah.
not interested in me. But the other guys
They
that
get
they are
off
interested in,
on
I'm like,
getting
who do you want pictures of? I'll get them over here for
They're
you.
just
bud.
Get off
using
on getting
you.
the creepy photos. Though.
I know it. And they just stand there.
Maybe that's the thrill, though.
Well,
Yeah,
the
it
bear
is.
hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Bear Grylls?
I'm all
Does
over
he
it.
come into play here?
Well, that guy sleeps in hotels.
Power
Tough life.
bears. All right.
All right,
Jim.
I'm done. Later.
I'm Jim McD, STTV. Every place that I would want you to find me. Follow us on Twitter at STJimSack. Facebook/Super Trading Gym. Give us a rating and review. Share this podcast with everyone you've ever met. And that's enough for today.
Treat yourself.
Subscribe to Power Magazine at thepowermagazine.com. If you choose the digital edition, you can catch up on all the great back issues, take your training to the next level with Slingshot products at howmuchyobench.net, and look for BSN products including NO Explode at bodybuilding.com. Mark Bell's PowerCast is a production of supertraining.tv.